The following is a presentation of Golden Boy Media and Entertainment. Great fights happen at the right time. Timing is everything in boxing, just as timing is necessary to a boxer's success in the ring. The timing of a fight is also fundamental to bringing forth a truly memorable ring confrontation.
There's been many fights where they should have been fights of the year, the best fights that we can ever watch, but they're made too late. I like to make fights just at the right time.
Canelo has become boxing's biggest star throughout the world, challenging himself over the years.
Yeah, courage on display. These guys, this is why boxers are special.
Facing only top contenders, difficult styles, and future Hall of Famers.
Yo a mis 26 años he peleado con los mejores del mundo, he hecho historia.
This is a reflection of his promoter, Oscar de la Hoya, who fought the best fighters of his era when they were at the top of their game. And now Canelo faces the biggest threat of his career in Gennady Golovkin, regarded as the most formidable middleweight on the planet. The world amateur champion and Olympic silver medalist has compiled an impeccable record of 37 wins, no losses, and a stunning 33 knockouts.
That's his power shot.
He has the most consecutive title defense knockouts in middleweight history, destroying 23 opponents in a row with vicious stoppages. As Golovkin has set these historical marks, his stature has grown around the world. And now, the stage is set for the world's two best middleweights to clash on Mexican Independence Day weekend in Las Vegas. Canelo Alvarez, the lineal and Ring Magazine middleweight champion. Gennady Golovkin, the unified middleweight champion. They will decide middleweight supremacy.
I'm gonna keep it real simple. Somebody will get knocked out.
This is Mano a Mano.
Canelo Golovkin is the single most important event in boxing for several reasons. Number one, it's a real fight. It's not a sideshow. It's not a novelty act. You actually have two professional boxers with incredible accomplishments. It's happening at the right time. They cooked it, but they didn't burn it.
Why the fight is happening at the right time is because Canelo wanted the fight. He believes that he is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Canelo had a slight injury, so he had to recover from that. And then he had another fight. And then Canelo said, I'm ready.
Donde me siento mejor es en las 160 libras, esa es la verdad.
With Golovkin's fierce reputation, many in the boxing community believed the fight would be put off for years. Some doubted it would ever be made.
So 30 days ago, I made an offer to Triple G and his people. I made a significant offer, an 8-figure offer, and I haven't heard back.
Criticism and skepticism was rampant throughout 2016, even though Canelo had only recently entered the middleweight division. With his victory over Miguel Cotto.
We were always going after Sergio Martinez, Peter Quillen, Chavez Jr., Cotto, when he beat Sergio Martinez, Canelo was never really on our radar screen, except when he beat Cotto, became the middleweight champion of the world. Then, okay, now you're on a collision course.
Tricky style.
Although Canelo fought 2 bouts after his KO of the year performance against Amir Khan, a stoppage of junior middleweight title holder Liam Smith, and a shutout decision over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., the young veteran and his team were surprised by the amount of angst in the boxing community concerning what they viewed as an inevitable showdown with Golovkin.
Cuando tenía 14 años no le tenía miedo a peleadores de 25. Ahora que es un peleador ya completo, un peleador maduro, una persona ya adulta, ¿qué miedo le va a tener? Eso no es cierto, no es cierto.
La pelea se tenía que dar, ¿no? La gente estaba pidiendo esta pelea y mi equipo y yo estábamos trabajando en hacerla, eso es sin duda, ¿no? Desde que empezaron a decir que querían la pelea y la afición estaba pidiendo la pelea, pues claro que lo pensábamos y lo decíamos.
This to me is saying a guy's character. Oh, he got balls. And that's where you have to tip your hat, win, lose, or draw, to a guy that's saying, come on, you didn't have to fight Triple G. Nobody's knocking down doors to fight Triple G.
Falta que le ganemos a Golovkin para demostrar que realmente estamos para la 160 y demostrar que somos los mejores en esa división.
True boxing fans demand only one thing, that the best fight the best.
This fight has been at least 2-3 years in the making, and it's been building, and now it's at that point where, okay, it better be the fight that we hope for, because we want to see the 2 best sluggers get it on.
Canelo, he's coming 160. You know, I believe this is a very good time to business, for sport, and for us, of course. You know, I believe right now, this fight we can bring back, you know, boxing position back. You know, right now it's everybody very excited.
People are waiting for this. They've been saving their money. You know, they're refusing to pay $100 for a pay-per-view. But now they're saying, okay, this is it. This is the one. It's a can't-miss type of fight.
Let me tell you a little something about boxing. The greatest moments have always been when the best fight the best. Pay attention. History is about to repeat itself. Canelo versus Golovkin, Saturday, September 16, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, live on pay-per-view.
World-class boxing is driven by stars and carried by its champions. But styles are what makes the fight worth watching. Canelo and Golovkin aren't just the best-known middleweights. They're the champions of their division and the most exciting fighters in the weight class.
It's really special. You don't see guys really let it all hang out like this.
He loaded those up. That snap back to head.
Their collision course makes for the biggest boxing event and the most significant championship bout of 2017.
We've made some big fights in the last 15 years, but this has to be probably top 3. Just the fact that these guys are at the peak of their career, but the fact that it's a no-brainer. It's gonna be a great fight.
These two guys really fit each other. Canelo is a fighter that likes to stay planted, not really fleet of foot, likes to work inside off the jab, and has a very good left hook to the body, so he's gonna have to get in close. And Golovkin, with the style that he has dubbed, Mexican style, well, that tells you right there, he wants to come forward behind a hard, heavy jab, and then dig combination.
The Mexican fans have a respect for talent, boxing talent. And they see that Gennady's talent is really off the charts with his knockout power. They like his style. They like the way Abel Sanchez modeled his style really after the great Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Dicen por ahí que Golovkin está adoptando el estilo del boxeo mexicano. Sí, pero Saúl tiene el corazón mexicano.
Pero soy el mejor peleador del momento ahora y ¡viva México!
I think Canelo's the superior defensive fighter between the two, and I think he's learned in the last couple of years how to utilize that defense. I think he's become smarter and smarter.
Ahorita es el momento de Saúl, del Canelo Álvarez. Él tiene la obligación para continuar con esa historia de boxeo de grandes pesos medios, de triunfar y seguir escribiendo.
The allure of the middleweight division goes back to the turn of the last century. The middleweights weighing in at a strong but agile 160 pounds, combine the power of the heavyweights with the speed and athleticism of the lighter weight classes. Canelo and Golovkin continue this tradition with their blend of sharp technique and brute force.
I think this is a throwback fight to the mid-'80s when the Four Kings were around. It's a fight that the styles are gonna mesh so well that they're gonna go at each other. I think Canelo has a lot of pressure because of his Mexican heritage to live up to the old warriors of the past. And Golovkin knows one way. He's gonna come forward and throw punches.
Middleweight division for me is like an extra because, yeah, you're right, maybe start Sugar Ray Robinson, Carlos Monzon, yeah, Marvin Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, just so many great champions.
Canelo and Golovkin understand the historic significance of their fight because they respect and revere the great middleweights of the past.
Tommy Hearns, Hagler, Roberto Durán, Sugar Ray Leonard, hicieron grandes peleas y creo que esta pelea es una, si no es que más grande que las que ellos tuvieron, ¿no? Por todo lo que se ha generado alrededor de esta pelea. Esta pelea es una de las mejores de la historia en los pesos medianos.
For me, middleweight division a little bit extra category, because power, speed, everything, And last 5-6 years I've destroyed everybody, and right now it's very interesting. Yes, Canelo, he's a huge fighter and he looks good, and I think he don't have experience in middleweight division.
Felix Trinidad was a left-hand hooker puncher. Triple G can knock you out with both hands.
Both men know that their boxing legacies are on the line, and the only way to live up to the legends of the sport is to deliver a great fight.
Canelo has the opportunity to really make a mark in boxing because of his young age and because of the opponents that he's already faced, but the opponents that he's gonna face in the future, he wants to face the very best. He wants to be the very best, and he wants to face them at the peak of their career.
Golovkin shouldn't be a star. He's from a very foreign, exotic, unknown land to most Americans, a country that's never had that much of a cultural imprint in America, yet here he is in one of the biggest events in the world, and he's able to sell out arenas from New York to Los Angeles. That's not in the playbook typically. Yet Gennady Golovkin has broken through and become a transcendent figure in the sport of boxing because there's one thing that translates in this sport loudly: knockouts. When you're able to bludgeon people consistently with the type of power and precision that he has, then you start to speak the language of boxing, which is universal.
I try to run as much as I can. I think being able to physically and mentally stay focused for long periods of time is important. It's what gives you that edge.
As Canelo Alvarez's legacy is cast from fight to fight, his showdown on Mexican Independence Day weekend will go down as his greatest challenge to date. Gennady Golovkin is the most dominant middleweight champion in decades. His face-off with Canelo is his opportunity to gain the notoriety that he's craved on the world stage. But far more than fame and world title belts are on the line when these two go to battle. Both fighters know their imprints in history will be cemented. Win, lose, or draw.
There's a lot of pride here. I got the sense that there was a lot of edginess by the end of that press tour, that they understood that the winner of this fight would not only be the middleweight ruler, but they would maybe become the biggest draw in boxing afterwards. There's a lot on the line here, and there's also personal value for Canelo Alvarez. This is about validation, that he is more than just a star, that his natural ability matches his market ability. And as for Gennady Golovkin, this is his star-making opportunity. This is the fight that he's been waiting for, him and Tom Loeffler, for about 5 years.
Creo que esta pelea, lo que se ha llevado en torno, lo que la gente ha querido ver, creo que es mucho más grande que las demás, eso es sin duda. Y nosotros como equipo de trabajo nos hemos dicho que esta pelea se resume en 14 años de trabajo, así nos lo pusimos en la mente y es muy importante para nosotros pasar este reto.
Any fighter winning this fight in a spectacular fashion can make a strong argument that they deserve to be pound for pound #1 fighter in the world because they're facing the best.
We've seen these two people slowly go up this mountain, and now they're going to meet at the peak.
Both guys are at the peak of their careers. You have Golovkin, who's coming off a terrific win against Daniel Jacobs, who is a terrific boxer. So we all know what Golovkin can do if a fighter stays in front of him, and what he can do is knock you out.
Los peleadores el que se convierten en leyendas es lo que los lleva a hacerlo, ganarle a los grandes peleadores, a los grandes campeones. Entonces creo que Saúl le ha ganado a buenos peleadores. Le ganamos a Miguel Cotto, que va a ser un Salón de la Fama, a Austin Trout, le hemos ganado a Lara, pero falta ganarle todavía a ese tipo de peleadores como Golovkin, que ya son peleadores que han barrido con toda la división.
We're both very hungry. We're both understand the situation and position, know who win, he's #1. In middleweight division, maybe pound for pound. Right now, this is biggest fight, biggest test for us, It is a huge day, September 16.
Golovkin no sabe más que ir hacia adelante, Saúl sabe contragolpear, sabe ir al frente, sabe buscar la pelea, le gusta la pelea en corto, le gusta intercambiar golpes, entonces va a ser una pelea de dos fajadores, de dos peleadores que les gusta ir al choque.
Canelo, he's a special guy and I am champion. He's a big bonus to people, to fans, special to sport. We both respect boxing sport, He is amazing.
I haven't seen anyone in recent times that that cuts off the ring better than Gennady does. I mean, it doesn't matter what style he's facing, whether he's got a one-punch knockout like he did with Matthew Macklin or Daniel Deal, those spectacular knockouts, or even Rubio, for that matter, or just wearing guys down like Curtis Stevens or Martin Murray, where they just couldn't take the physical pressure.
Before Golovkin, Bernard Hopkins was the last dominant middleweight champion. The Executioner set the division record for title defenses and became the undisputed champion by beating fellow future Hall of Famers Oscar de la Hoya and Felix Trinidad. Hopkins, perhaps the last of the truly great fighters, says Golovkin's devastating power sets him apart.
Can't take nothing away from all three of us. We have our own style, own legacy, but when you look at Triple G, you look at, he brings a lot more power than all of us.
This is one of those fights with Canelo's style coming forward with Gennady's style really doesn't take a step backwards. I don't see how this fight doesn't deliver for the excitement with the fans. Gennady has the highest knockout percentage of any champion in middleweight history. Canelo has some tremendous knockouts recently with, Amir Khan, with Kirkland, the way he dominated Chavez Jr. over 12 rounds, his speed and combinations. And when you have two guys in the peak of their career, the two best middleweights fighting each other, this is really one of those throwback fights. This is the fight that the fans have wanted to see and are looking forward to seeing September 16th.
Two elite fighters occupy one of boxing's glamour divisions. One from Guadalajara, Mexico, the other from Kazakhstan. Both were born into fiercely independent warrior cultures. Both have fought their way to the top of their sport.
And Canelo continuing to tee off.
They have done it their way, the old way, by taking on the best and not avoiding challenges.
This is the fight between the two best fighters on the planet, the two best middleweights, and it's a fight that's been anticipated for quite a while now.
Para mí Saúl es el mejor, es el mejor. El 16 de septiembre lo va a demostrar, le va a decir a todo el mundo, no nada más a mí.
Both proudly represent their nations to the world, and both have earned respect and adulation by giving the fans thrilling fights.
I don't know who stayed close with us, I don't know who is number 3, 4, 5, in middleweight division. I know just my position, I'm champion, and Canelo, he's a huge fighter. Everybody wants to watch this fight.
The fans wanted a real event to get excited about, a legitimate fight, and it has arrived at the right time. On September 16, Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin are prepared to wage a battle for the ages.
Because of all the talk, I believe that Golovkin is prepared to punish. And when I say punish, I mean like he did to Stevens. Stevens did a lot of talking too before the fight. Golovkin didn't want to knock him out. He wanted to punish him as long as he could, make him hurt.
There won't be any running. There won't be any holding. But there will be lots of hard, accurate punching.
He's a special guy. He's not a regular champion. He's not a regular guy. He's special. I respect his position because last 4-5 years, he's destroyed everybody. This is hard work every day. I know this position.
Los estilos sin duda darán una gran pelea. El estilo de él es un estilo agresivo que va hacia el frente, queriendo acabar a sus rivales, fuerte. Y mi estilo también es estar ahí, pero contragolpeando. Estoy seguro que van a ser dos estilos que se se acomodan para una gran pelea.
The fighters are so evenly matched, and the fight will be so hotly contested, they might have to do it again.
I know this is not easy fight for us, and for people more interest in maybe second fight. Maybe again, maybe one fight more. I think this is first fight to history.
But two things are certain. Their hearts will be on display as much as their skill, and the fans will not be disappointed.
And people are going to say, wow, what a fight. What a fight. That's what I believe. What a fight. And that's what's going to be said.
Watch Canelo versus Golovkin streaming live September 16th at ringtv.com.